Hey, yo, light up.
Yo, double up, man, I'm tryna add zeros. Them man there for the win, but we got it last minute, man, I feel like Aguero. Long time I've been dishing out CVs. Bucktown, I speak to a boss. And my young bro linking these girls, now he pissed, he got makeup on his Fendi top. I'm en route to a mill like Heskey. In my city, man, we coming for the Sterling. I'm speeding like Sonic, so we might get tech. And this ain't no Bentley. She pull her top up like my celly. She said she wanna go to the finals. Could she even hold the semi?
And we live, y'all. What's going on? It's your boy E, 1/3 of the High Press Podcast, and I'm here with my dog Bijan. What's going on, kid?
Good.
I already see what type of time you won with the Liverpool jersey. I already see what type of time you won.
Go.
Fuck them niggas. We gonna get to that later. I mean, but it's been a while since we did the show and all that. So catch people up. What you been doing? What you been up to, man?
Man, just working and quarantining, Whole lot of Netflix, whole lot of video games, no footy, that's for sure. And none of that. We couldn't watch soccer all during this quarantine. It's back
right,
now,
yeah.
though.
But we back now, yeah, we back now. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, man. Just surviving, as they say in Philly, maintaining.
And I know you've been smoking hella weed, man. What strains you fucking with right now? What new strains have you had?
So I have a medical card out here in Chicago, and
yes, he does. Trust me, he does. I've been there,
and it's very good. And they're an essential business, so they've been open, and I've been going and experimenting. During the quarantine, I've been doing something, using something called Ricky Sims oil or Rick Simpson oil.
I was about to say, like, Ricky Sims. Who the fuck is that?
I call it Ricky Sims, but yeah, Rick Simpson oil. It's just phenomenal.
It's fuego?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's basically like an edible dab. So you put the THC concentrate on your fingertip. So your fingertip, and then you just swish it around your gums and just work it in there.
Word, you putting shit on your gums? Yo, I don't know, man.
It's some crackhead shit.
That sounded a little too much like crack to me.
It's definitely some crackhead shit, but it's a whole new level, man.
Well, me, I've been smoking. As you can see, I'm kind of almost done. This is some gelato.
Ooh,
I got the flower.
Gelato.
But my man also sent me a nice package. Shout out to Vic. He sent me
shout out Vic.
Yeah, he gave me a couple of the oil cartridges.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So I got some Maui Wowie. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maui Wowie, right? Like 82%. And then here I got some strawberry tart. I don't know if y'all can see on the top. Strawberry tart. Let me do it on Instagram. Oh, by the way, we streaming live on Instagram too, man.
What up, IG?
We stepping it up over here at High Press Podcast. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, man. Y'all already know why we here. Liverpool has officially won the Premier League, the first time in 30 years, and I had to wait until Bijan was available to let him gloat, let him rub it in my face as an Everton fan, you piece of shit. So go ahead, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Honestly, this one's it's not even about Everton. It's not about Man.
It's always about Everton, motherfucker.
It's not about United or any of them. This one's all about Liverpool because they're above and beyond the best team. They're like 25 points clear. They won the title.
Everybody
demolished the title.
Even before the restart, everybody knew Liverpool was
winning.
It was,
It was just beautiful. I think it was obviously deserved. It just feels great. It's no words can't really explain the relief and the happiness that Liverpool fans.
I know you guys were pretty happy to get that little 30-year duck off your back, right? With no trophies. Everybody's like, "Oh, Liverpool is so great," but right,
Yeah.
Now they can't really say that, but they've won Champions League. They've won the league now, and it doesn't really look like they're going to be stopping anytime soon. That fucking team is, they're re-signing all their players.
Yep.
They're
all hitting their prime.
They're gonna bring in extra people. I'm seeing fucking Koulibaly. I'm seeing A bunch of, so they were in the sweepstakes for Timo Werner. Liverpool was like the fucking lead runner and shit until Chelsea. We'll actually talk about that later. That's another topic. But so a lot of people have been talking about Liverpool, just how dominant they were this year. It's crazy that Man City's, I believe Man City set the point record last year. Right?
I think it's 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
They were the century.
And then Liverpool is about to blow that shit out of the water.
Oh.
What's the point record in the Premier League right now?
I think it's 100 if it's not 101, then it might be just 100 right on the dot.
And what are you guys on right now?
Oh, Liverpool right now. I mean, I think I saw the trend. They were trending to 113 points once it's all said and done.
So they about to blow it almost by 12, 13 fucking points. That's ridiculous. That's 3-4 games right there.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
And also, a lot of people were also talking about is this one of the best teams not only in the Premier League ever, but is it one of just the best club teams ever?
I mean, I guess if we're looking at it from a one season standpoint, I think they're up there with everyone. I think, they had a fantastic season. I mean, they
had a good season last year too. It's not like it was just one season.
That's true. And I mean, Champions League and all. I mean, I think we're in the conversation. I think we're there. It's tough to really say because it's not done yet,
Right.
So I guess when it's all said and done, we'll see. But I think it's trending very likely that this team, when we're done talking about them, that we'll be putting them up there with one of the best teams in history.
I mean, they're just literally so strong everywhere. There's really not one hole in that team. The way Klopp built it, the way he plays, the type of players that he has in that squad, and what's so crazy to me too? That Liverpool pretty much plays the same team every week. Like, you guys don't get hurt. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not like he's praying now. Yeah, motherfuckers praying, right? Yeah. It don't matter. Y'all won already. Who cares? Fuck it. You know what I mean?
know.
But it's crazy. You know how sometimes you might change up the squad. Sometimes they'll switch up a formation or two to kind of get some games in. You guys play the same fucking lineup, whether it's a cup game, whether it's a Premier League game, whether it's a Champions League game. Mane's always there. Bobby's in the middle. Salah's out right. Jordan Henderson is in the middle with Milner. You might throw in Oxlade in there every couple of, whatever games. Wijnaldum is in there. Fabinho. It's the fucking same guys.
I mean, Fabinho is, I think when Fabinho plays well, that team wins. That's it. That's all there is to it.
I mean, he cleans all that shit up, man.
Cleans it up. Over the last week, we saw that he can pass, he can shoot. This guy can do it all, man. Defend.
Yeah. So I was doing a little research about like the best teams ever, and the Liverpool team from 1984, which was the last time you guys won the league, right?
I think they won. No, the last time they won it was 1990.
90. Okay, well, so then this was the time before that when y'all won. The 1984 team, they actually won the treble. They won the Premier League, they won the League Cup, and then they won the European Cup, which is now Champions League. Dalglish, Graham Souness, Alan Hansen, right? You have the 99 Man United team who also won the treble, Premier League, the FA Cup, and then they won Champions League. That team was fucking stacked, bro. They had Beckham, they had Scholes, Giggs, Roy Keane, Peter Schmeichel. That Man U team was real. And then, arguably, the best Premier League team ever was the 2004 Arsenals, the Invincibles, right?
I mean, they kind of
went undefeated, bro. They went undefeated. Like,
I mean, granted, you have an argument. They went undefeated. Like, what's better, going undefeated or like having the most points in the history of the league?
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's tough. I think I'd rather go undefeated, to be honest with you, because
nobody beat y'all. Nobody on the whole season beat y'all. And matter of fact, there was a point. I think they went 49 straight games without losing a match.
Yeah, it's crazy.
49 straight games. If my guy Troops was here, he would be saying fuck it, Arsenal all day.
Of course.
They had Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira, you know?
Yeah, but if they were like why didn't that team win the Champions League?
No, that team won. Oh,
no,
never
won the Champions League.
Yeah, they didn't win the Champions League.
That's for sure.
I don't know where they ended. I don't know. I don't really know too much Arsenal history. I'm not going. Man,
I mean, they always had deep runs. That team was always. Who did they get knocked out to? That I don't know. That's digging, going back far, but.
And then they got the historical teams. They got the Real Madrid teams of 55 through 60. That's kind of what made Real Madrid the era that they are. They fucking won their version of the Champions League 5 years in a row, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have Barcelona when Pep was there. They had a couple teams. That 2009 team was mean. That was the year I think fucking Messi scored 73 goals.
Yeah. The tiki-taka.
Tiki-taka, right. So they won 3 consecutive La Ligas, and they won, 2 Champions League over a 4-year span.
They sent the World Cup and a European Cup too.
Mm-hmm.
That team was
and then you got a couple of the teams. You got like the Bayern teams of the 70s.
Yeah,
Johan Cruyff was playing over there in the Netherlands. Yeah,
the Ajax teams. Ajax is not doing so well now, but they have a very deep
history.
Successful history. Yeah, that team in the 70s and 80s, and they were dominating Europe.
Yeah, from basically from like late 60s into the mid 70s. Yeah, it was the best team in Europe. They was winning everything. Fucking Johan Cruyff was killing shit.
Yeah.
And then there's only I believe there's one other team that went undefeated in league play, and that was the 2012 Juventus team. They also went undefeated, in league play.
Yeah, so those are some, referees stayed off along the way.
So those are some, teams that, people argue maybe. I hate to say it. I mean, maybe it's just because I've actually seen this version of Liverpool as opposed to only being an outside spectator for that Real stuff and for for the Man United. Like, that's in 1990, 99. I was in high school trying to fuck bitches and trying to run away from the cops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, for real, man. But I put this Liverpool team up. I put them up with every one of them. I mean, we look at them: Champions League, Premier League, going for the points record. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
They're up there. I mean, you could
tough argument.
Any one of these teams, and you'd have a point because that's at this point you're splitting hairs. It's just a matter of like what style do you prefer?
Right, exactly. Right.
Obviously, we're gonna go with something in our era because that's what we're seeing. So, but like definitely got to pay salute to those old school teams because those were teams that Cruyff.
When did you celebrate? Did you celebrate when you guys won, or did you celebrate when Chelsea lost to? When Chelsea beat Man City. Like, when was your celebration as a fan?
It was right after Chelsea beat Man City. Yeah, that was.
So basically, the fucking video that you sent me 37 times. All the players in the back watching it on the projection screen.
Yeah, that was it. That's when it we knew this shit was won like a while ago,
but that's kind of when
it's nice to have it.
That's when it was official, right?
Yeah, that's when the celebrations were happening. Let me tell you something, Liverpool, they celebrated. They were going crazy out there.
Yeah. Yo, I saw pictures of the morning after.
Yeah, the morning after, man, that was crazy. They were like celebrating at Anfield, like right outside Anfield, climbing light poles, all of it. I think there were thousands of people, they said, out in the streets.
Yeah. They even went over to our side of town and they like to face the tower and like the Dixie Dean statue. Niggas is haters, man. Why y'all do that?
Oh, man.
It's supposed to be your day. Why y'all worried about us, man?
Man, because they wanted to let everyone know the city is red.
Bro, Everton is we've had this conversation. Everton is the original Liverpool team.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
You know what? I can't even argue with you. Although, if we could get 3 from Spurs, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Everton. But anyway, this isn't about Everton. It's about Liverpool. Before we move on, is there anything else that you want to fucking spew into the universe? You know, like y'all haven't gotten y'all dick sucked already enough for this past, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's that just people need to start putting respect on Liverpool's name. That's all.
Respect their name.
They are not a team you ever that nobody wants to play. And they could beat anybody, and they have. So I think what still lacks is maybe, I don't know, this might change going forward, but they're not respected in the way like Barcelona's been trash for like the last couple seasons. But yeah,
this year they're not really good.
Like, I mean, people still talk about Barcelona like they're the team of, you know, the 2009 team sometimes, you know? So I would like to see Liverpool's prestige and respects go up in that sense.
Didn't they move up to one of the most value clubs in the world, or they finally broke the top 5 or something like that this year?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, they're worth like $1 billion.
A nice operation. It's fucking Boston guys. As much as I want to hate them, I gotta love them.
The Boston guys and LeBron James, go figure, right?
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy that a lot of these American like athletes are investing in soccer. Bron got Liverpool. You got James Harden with the Dynamo. Kevin Durant just bought a piece of a team.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild, right? It's probably because the franchises is so cheap. They're like, we about to stack and get this white people money. Bro, like this.
I think that's exactly what it is, especially a soccer franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, it boggles my mind that it's not bigger in the U.S. Like, there's no reason it shouldn't be already pretty big. Like, why is it not bigger than hockey?
It's getting there, though.
But why isn't it already bigger than hockey? Like, that's crazy to me. I mean, hockey's cool too, but like, still, you know.
Yo, live hockey, I can't really watch it on TV, but if I go to the games, if I go to the match, I feel the crowd and everything. Yeah, hockey is lit.
But most people watch it on TV, and and like a lot of kids grew up playing soccer here, like, you know. So I don't get it, but it's getting there.
I played a little bit, but then I got fat and I started playing football. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too much running for me, man. I can't.
I mean, football and basketball will always take precedent here, no matter what. That's just it is what it is.
Well, you see, it's podcasts like this one that make niggas want to, you know what I'm saying, get a jersey, go outside.
It should at least be our third sport, man. If soccer became the U.S.'s third sport, we would be nice.
Staying in the Premier League, yo, son, Chelsea got that stimulus check early, huh? They spending out here. They stole Timo Werner from a couple of teams. I think they paid $50 million. They already paid $30 million for the other dude from the Netherlands. You know, like
yeah. You
know, and they're both coming to the team at the end of the season, and they're already up here. You saw them today. They lost, right? They lost in the last fucking minute.
I wasn't able to catch the game, but I saw when West Ham tied it up. So I only saw the first half of that game.
Okay, yeah, no. So, I think Chelsea scored first, then West Ham tied it up, then West Ham went ahead 2-1. Yeah. Then Chelsea tied it, and then in like stoppage time, West Ham scored a third goal, and they beat them.
That's good because it keeps things interesting for that final Premier League spot. I mean, Champions League
spot. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they've been playing well, man. Our boy Christian Pulisic, he's been killing it. Back-to-back man of the match performances. Is he Chelsea's best player right now?
I think he's their best attacker.
Attacker?
Yeah, I mean, I think Conte is their best player.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I think that guy's phenomenal.
Right, but best soccer player is
Conte. But I think
their best attacker.
Definitely. Yeah. Who's better than him? You know, every time he plays for them, it seems like he scores the goal every single time.
So he's had back-to-back man of the matches. He has 5 overall on the season. That's the most on the Chelsea team. So that even goes to show you as well. He started off slowly. Remember when he first came over from Germany? You know, he got hurt. Yeah, people were like, ooh, I don't know if he's going to be
Lampard was hating on him, not giving him the kind of burn that he should have been giving him anyway. Because even though he started off slowly, he was still showing signs, or like he was still impacting the games regardless. And I felt like Lampard kind of, I mean, you know, whatever. He wanted to ease him into it, you know, whatever he wanted to do. But at this point, when Pulisic's healthy, he needs to be starting for that team.
He's the best winger they got.
Plus, they're losing Willian and Pedro. So
also Pedro is already leaving. He's Pedro is going to Roma next season, and when Willian, I think he signed up the extension. I think he's going to stay at
so like just until the end of this.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. And he plays on the right wing anyway, so that doesn't even do anything for Pulisic. Timo Werner is a striker. Hakeem Ziyech is an attacking midfielder.
Yeah,
that's actually bad news for Ross Barkley because he's struggling to get into the team now. So now when they bring in Ziyech at his same position, you know, but for that spot because Mason Mount can play there too. Mason Mount, right? You know, yeah. Chelsea gonna be a little deep next season, son.
Yeah. So like it's very crazy how Chelsea has they benefited in a sense off of their 2-year ban because remember they had that ban.
They had the ban, yeah.
That's why they have the money right now because they weren't spending for the last 2 years at all.
And it was perfect timing for them to get Timo Werner for $50 million. Are you crazy?
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. I think Chelsea lucked out in the sense that the coronavirus pandemic happened because under normal circumstances, he would not be going to Chelsea. Because I mean, he was basically begging Liverpool to buy him. He was,
but that was his release clause though. Like he had it in his contract.
No, I understand that, but he in my opinion, he only went to Chelsea because Liverpool told him like, no, we're not coming for you. Sorry. Like we just literally can't spend the money.
Yeah, they prioritize re-signing players that they already have.
And also
paying $50 million on top of paying his wages, which is going to be $200, $250. You know what I'm saying? A week.
But I think it's also like bad optics too, in a sense. That's like at least what the Liverpool Journal mouthpieces were kind of putting out. That sends a bad message to everybody when they were talking about having them make a pay cut, and then they come in and drop $50 million, and then like a $200K a week contract on a brand new player without having paid them. So it sends bad. I guess I understand that, but I still think we should have went for him.
I mean, but yo, they getting the striker that they need, and Hakeem Ziyech is nice too.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how he does in the Dutch league. But Dutch league players do translate pretty well to the Premier League. But I'd be curious to see how he ends up doing. I mean, he's got skills and he shoots. But I've heard the knock on him from some Ajax fans is that what you see in his highlights is basically what you're getting from him. That he doesn't really do much outside of those highlights that you're seeing.
Right, okay.
But, I mean...
Those highlights are pretty nice, though.
Highlights are really nice, and that's all you need. That's why they need a
million, I would have gladly taken him at Everton. I'll tell you that.
Bro, he's a luxury player, and he's exactly a piece that you add to win a championship. Because he's the type of player that when, Burnley is fucking sitting their whole team in the box and it's tied 1-1, or 0-0, he'll pull a rabbit out of his hat and just fucking do something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy. So you'd be like, who is this guy, right? Like,
yeah, and that's why you sign a player like that.
You think at the end of the season, Chelsea finishes in the Champions League spot and they'll be in CL next year?
I mean, they better fucking hope so, but because they're making a lot of investments right here. And I bet these guys are expecting Champions League coming. I mean, Werner he's expecting Champions League. If he's not, then he's going down, right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, United and the Wolves are nipping at Chelsea's heels.
Wolves is just super like it's the summertime. You go to the park and shit. You want to play ball, or maybe you want to play soccer. You know those older kind of dudes, like the little You could tell they lost the step, but they just know how to fucking play.
Yeah.
Like, that's Wolves.
Yep.
Like, they don't have spectacular players, but as a team, they're a great team. And also, you got to give props to that coach, man. Shout out to Nuno Espirito Santo. That's
what
the
a
best
name.
fucking name.
What a name.
By far.
The best name, probably one of the best names in sports.
Nuno Espirito Santo. Who is this guy, yo?
He's a genius, apparently.
Yeah, and also, man, United, since they got Bruno Fernandes has been killing it, man.
He's been killing it. Honestly, I want Wolves to get that spot. If we're being close, I think it would be cool, you know, having a team like Wolves just all of a sudden come into. Who would have thought that? And then that would change. That'd be crazy.
I'm just praying Everton could slide up into 7. I don't know how. I just like
7.
I want it. Yeah,
maybe, but.
We're only 2 points off of 7 right now. Since December, since we fired Silva and brought in Carlo, we've taken more points than anybody except Liverpool and Man City. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, when Everton the first 10 games, we lost like 8 or 9 of them 10 fucking games. It was bad. It was bad. Silva they let him buy mad players. They let him fuck up for dumb long, putting out the wrong fucking lineups. You know what I'm saying? Not playing dudes that he's supposed to be playing. And then they finally got rid of him. We bring in a real coach that know what the hell he's doing, and you know we're up there. So I think we can still get it. Like I said, the game next week versus Spurs is going to be super, super critical for Everton. If they get 3 points, even if we could get a draw. We could get a draw and hope Spurs, you know what I'm saying, lose somewhere on down the line because we don't really play too many other teams. I think we got Southampton again. We might play Villa once more before, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Villa be an interesting team because they're fighting relegation, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, there's also some transfer speculation about them, but we'll talk about that later.
That'll happen if they get relegated, definitely.
On to another Premier League team. This has been going on in the news for a while. Newcastle. They actually played really well. I think they won like 4-1, right, or something like that. Yeah. But their ownership, what's going on with these mysterious Saudis and shit. Like, we already know who it is, right? But it's crazy how these kind of vetting processes for new owners, they say they usually take about like 30 days. This one is going on 3-4 months because there's a lot of people saying, yo, I shouldn't let them buy a team in the Premier League. Like, that's bad money. Not all money is good money. You know what I'm saying? No,
and theirs is the worst.
Yeah, you know, they got a lot of human rights violations and all of that stuff like that.
I mean, they chopped this stuff.
Yeah, they did.
In front of the whole world.
In front of the world, yeah.
They did it.
They actually faked a guy leaving the embassy and tried to be like, nah, look, that was him leaving. They was like, bro, that wasn't
him.
Okay. Where's he at?
You're right, it wasn't. That's basically
like, nah, you know what, you're right, yeah.
You got us.
We be wilding sometimes, you know, whatever.
You got us. Don't worry, we'll get the guys responsible. Oh, we got them. Here they are. And then they put out some sham trial. Fuck out of here.
But I mean, like, is that right? Like, if they have the money and Mike Ashley wants to sell the team, shouldn't he be able to sell it to whoever he wants to sell it to?
No. Not at all. Not at all, because I mean it's essentially like a group. You have to be approved by the board, you know, and like all the other owners, they don't want that shit.
Like they don't want that bad PR and shit to be like, oh,
they don't give a shit.
I got Saudi blood money tied into the fucking.
Yeah, they just don't want the PR. The only reason this is being talked about, I bet, is because they want the Saudis to buy it because they know it'll be bringing an influx of cash for the Premier League. Newcastle is a staple, huge fans. That'll bring in a lot of money.
It's a big ass club, man.
The PR look is terrible.
Yes.
And on top of that, they're also pissed, and I think this was like one of the real major reasons holding it up is something about like illegal pirating of matches.
Yes.
Big time in Saudi Arabia. and it's done by the Saudi government because the stream that it's run through is a government stream.
Exactly, it's literally government run TV.
Yeah, I mean everything there is government run.
So the same organization that that is about to buy Newcastle and buy all these players is actually stealing money from the Premier League because they're pirating their games.
Exactly. So apparently the Saudis said like, all right, we'll cut that out. We'll really police it and put a stop to it.
Yeah, okay. Y'all killing people in the fucking embassy.
But why would you believe these guys? What they're gonna do is you're gonna if you accept them, they'll buy this team. Okay, then they're gonna just throw fucking absurd amounts of money all over the fucking place, and then when you yell at them for your illegal streaming, they'll just throw more fucking money at you, and then you'll be like, and then the Premier League will be like, all right, fine.
I mean, Premier League does love money, man, but just like I said, not all money is good money. Niggas told me that a long time ago. Not all money is good money, and that's not good money right there.
It's not good money. But I really hope they don't do it. I mean, it would be nice to see Newcastle be like really good because that's like the Geordies out there really love their football, and I mean Rafa would probably come back, and that'd be really cool to see him be
supposedly he said he doesn't mind coming back, but he wants some guarantees on some players.
He would get that if the Saudis bought it. They would essentially give him $1 billion to fucking go out there and buy his dream team.
But I mean, they can't with financial fair play, right?
Yeah, but you can. The thing about financial fair play is it's over a course of 3 years.
Right, yeah, it's spread out over 3 years. So.
But then again, City they've been coming down hard on that because City is like, they're not financially fair. That's for damn sure. So look at their suspension. So we'll see how they go about it.
Man, shit is crazy, man. And in some other soccer news, the Major League Soccer is back next week. Are you gonna watch?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna give it. I'm giving it I need all four. Man.
We fucking got him.
This might get me to be a big supporter of the MLS.
All right. So what specifically? Just because of the time, or that it's actually a tournament setting and not like league play?
Both. I like that it's a tournament setting because like who doesn't love fucking tournaments? Isn't that cool? And the timing of it all too. Like sports haven't been on, so I'm just like I watch everything that I can when it's on. Like, dude, I was watching,
right. So now you're gonna watch anything.
Fucking Korean soccer league when it first came on, dude.
Why was you watching Korean soccer?
Because there was nothing, dude. It was
with mad sex dolls in the crowd and shit, right?
Yeah, bro. So like, I'm watching it. I'm taking it all in.
Okay, so what are you gonna be looking for? So I mean, if people don't know, they're gonna do a tournament style. The season started, I think they played 2 or 3 games before the whole the whole pandemic hit, because Major League Soccer starts their season in March and then they play through the summer. So they're going to do a tournament. All 26 teams are in the tournament. They split them up into groups like it's a World Cup, right? So you know how you got Group A, Group B, blah, 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 right? So the top 2 teams in each group advance, and then the top 4 third-place teams go into the round of 16. And then they play the quarters, the semis, and the final is in like mid-August or some shit like that. Yeah, but the weird part about it is they're going to play the regular fucking league after that. They're counting the group stages to the standings for some reason, and then after the tournament finishes, they're gonna continue.
Weird.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but it's I don't know. I guess they figure there's gonna be some vaccine. They might release some restrictions on crowds and all of that by late August. So who knows? But that's good that you're gonna be watching though. I like that. Yeah. Are you gonna be a Red Bull fan? That's the thing. You my cousin. I brought you to a Red Bull game before. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. I've been when I was a fan of them when they were the Metro Stars.
Oh, okay. Talk that shit. Oh, talk that shit. Yeah. Talk that Metro Star shit.
I met Tony the Wall Miola.
Did he try out for the Jets one time?
I think he did. Yeah, he tried out to be their kicker.
He tried out for the Jets like after his career and shit. He came in trying to
met that. Funny story. I met him. I met him at Sears in the JV Mall.
You met Tony Eloh at Sears? What was he shopping for? Fucking.
No. He was signing autographs at Sears.
Oh, okay.
Like Sears had him there for like a couple hours signing autographs.
He was like, Tony Eloh, what the fuck are you doing here?
My dad said, he's like, yo, you want to go to JV Mall and go see Tony, get an autograph from Tony Eloh? And I was like, yeah. I don't know how old I was. I was like 8 or something.
Yeah, mad random shit. Nah, Tony Eloh was nice. Nah, but I mean, so yeah, you already know the favorite is actually Los Angeles LAFC.
Oh, wait,
boys, them boys is probably gonna win it. I mean, the groups is pretty interesting though. The only thing they did some shit where every group has 4 teams except Group A. They got 6 teams in Group A.
I wonder why.
I'm like, yo, somebody at that office had to be high. Them niggas was watching this podcast, and I'm saying they trying to smoke some weed and they done fucked up the group. I guess they don't know how to do math over there at MLS and shit. It's crazy. African Cup of Nations tournament was actually pushed back too. Yep. Which is good for a lot of Premier League clubs because usually they lose those players.
Yep. Huge for Liverpool. I was worried about that, to be honest with you. We would have lost Mane, Salah, and Keita.
Yeah, all 3 of them. Damn, yeah, that would have hurt for sure.
I mean, losing Mane and Salah would have been. I don't know how we would recover from that.
They usually play it in January and February. They're gonna play it now in June. No, I'm sorry. No.
January 2022.
Yeah, no, because what happened was they switched it to June, I think, before the last cup. Because a lot of teams were complaining that they had to release some of their best players for the tournament. So a lot of players weren't going to play for their country. They're like, yo, my team said, I'm paying you. You got to play for us. You know what I'm saying? So to avoid that, they switched it to June. But now they have to switch it back because of the whole pandemic. So, who's the reigning champions?
Algeria.
Algeria won it. Algeria
played
Senegal.
Senegal in the finals?
Algeria played Senegal, yep. And Algeria beat them, I think. And I think they beat them like 2-1. But they pushed the tournament back, and then they haven't said anything about the 2023 one yet. But you know what I'm saying? They're gonna see. But that's good though, because a lot of those players, usually would miss a lot of club games, just like you said. That's 3 dudes off the bat from Liverpool. Somebody else, I forgot who. But anyway, we'll see about that. Yo, did you see the story about Leeds United and their cardboard cutouts?
Yeah, that was great.
Yo, son,
these
dudes had Osama bin Laden and Joe Exotic in the crowd watching the Leeds United game, son. Who does this? Like, who are these troll ass fans that are paying money to buy cutouts of Osama bin Laden? Like,
Joe Exotic is good.
And nobody saw that? Like,
I know.
Supposedly Leeds have like 15,000 fans.
What happened?
No, I said supposedly Leeds had like 15,000 cutouts that they put. How you gonna check all them shits?
I mean, somebody saw that when they were putting it in there. He probably thought it was hilarious too.
They was like, fuck it, right? I don't care. They was like, nobody gonna see it anyway, right?
Well, what if
they even panning to the crowd? There's nobody here.
That's crazy.
That shit was funny though. I was rolling when I saw Joe Exotic show. But I was like, you know what? Joe Exotic looked like he actually support Leeds. So that one,
yeah,
that one fit a little bit in there. Let's see what else I got. I got another good story for you. My guy, Andrea Pirlo, is going back to Juve. But as a coach, though, he's going to coach their U23s at the start of next season.
It's very good.
That's kind of dope, right?
Oh, yeah.
Club legend, getting his coaching badges, you know what I'm saying? Going back to the club that he, that he's going to coach the U23s, which is just a step up from or a step down from the real team. And Pirlo is like one of those guys. He's one of those type of players, right? That you can see him coaching because he's a center mid. He sees the entire field,
the whole game. Yeah. This guy is probably yeah. I mean, we'll see how it translates to his coaching. I hope it does well. Pirlo, Pirlo's a cool dude. Guy is calm though. The guy doesn't. I think he'll do well.
Matter of fact, I actually wanted to ask you. So you're somebody that has coached before. You've gotten your coaching badges, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's that process like? Like, what is it? You got to go through levels and shit.
Yeah, you got to go through all different levels. So in the U.S., there's like an E. There's like it goes up it starts at E and it goes all the way up to your A license. A license being like the highest one. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, essentially you go through all these levels. So the E license is like a 3-day course and training, like physical training type thing.
3 days though, word? Like, what the fuck are they teaching you in 3 days?
So they give you. So like they teach you like a whole bunch of shit about like tactics and stuff because the E license is for like youth. It's like
kids, right? Yeah. For like little 5-year-olds and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So they're like essentially teaching you like different, how to develop players, young kids, and like how to like nurture their growth spurts and shit like that, and like things. I don't know. So it's like a whole bunch of shit. Then it goes up, so you got to keep going to each level.
Right.
So that's how it works here in the US. You got to keep going up to each level and get your badge for each level, and then the next level, the next level after E is like it's like a week or a 2-week long course where you actually go away and like you're staying away, and then you're getting the training.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes up, and then in between, then while you have the E license, you have to be an active coach for, at least 1 year or 2 years. I'm not sure. I can't remember how long it is before you can even go for your next license. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how it works. So, yeah, it works in levels, man.
How long did you coach? You coached 1 year or 2?
No, I coached for like 4 years.
Oh, shit. Damn, you see, I'm so high. I didn't even know my own cousin was a coach in high school for 4 years.
Yeah. Coached the varsity team for like 4 years.
Did you smash any of the players' moms while you was coaching?
Nah, it wasn't that type of vibe.
It wasn't that type of party. Okay,
Yeah.
No, that was just something personal that I wanted to know. Because you know what I'm saying. That's probably why I'm not a coach, because I would be thinking like that. You know what I'm saying.
I could have, if I would have, I could. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but I would have if I would have. Yes, I don't know.
Man, matter of fact, speaking of ex-players going back to their teams, there's a lot of chirping about Barcelona being happy with their coach and all of that, and a lot of people are saying that Barca wants to bring back Xavi.
Xavi would be very interesting. I mean, I know he probably that's where he wants to go.
Yeah, he's Barcelona through and through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. For some reason, I don't know. I kind of think Pep's gonna go back there.
Pep? Yeah.
I don't know why. I just think he might.
Now that Klopp won the league from him, he ain't leaving. Look, he's not gonna let people say that Klopp ran him out of the Premier League.
No. He's not leaving now. He's getting. First of all, he's getting paid way too much.
If you want to talk about some oil money, right?
Yeah. That guy's
City got that real oil.
No, I think what I mean by going back to Barca, I think when Messi's done, Pep will go back. They need someone like, or maybe Xavi takes over as the coach. Then maybe when Messi's done. Either way, my point being that when Messi's done, Barcelona needs to do something fucking enormous, because I don't know what else their plan is, but they need to bring in somebody who's like an icon and like amazing already, like, and Pep would really be the only one who has such a tie to that club.
Well, I mean, the reason they were talking the reason they were talking about Xavi was because, just like you actually had said earlier in the podcast, Barca, they this year especially, they haven't even really been that good. And there's a lot of rumblings going on that like they had a clip of when they went for a water break. One of the coaches was trying to talk to Suarez, and he kind of blew him off, and like they had a dust up in the locker room. So they are already churning those wheels, son. You already know Barca spends way too much money to be tying with fucking Celta Vigo. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be happening.
That team has no understanding, I think, of what they're doing. I think they're just like, oh, let's buy some shiny toys and just throw them in there around Messi and see how it goes. It's like
they're all
they're
all old too, bro. Like I think 60-70% of that starting lineup is over the age of 30.
How old is Griezmann? Griezmann's young.
He's 29, I think. He don't even play. They don't have a spot for him.
Exactly. Like, why did you buy Griezmann? You know, there's no need. And Coutinho too. Like, there had no reason to buy Coutinho. Like, he was never fitting for that. Like, I don't understand who made that decision. Like, oh, this guy's gonna work for our system. Like, no, he was never gonna fucking work for it.
Y'all didn't need him. You don't play like that.
Exactly. So why, unless you're gonna play like that, why are you buying that player? Buy people that are going to be supportive of Messi. That's all you need to be doing right now at this point.
All I know is Real gonna win the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they fucking should, man.
My guys. What else, man? We've been talking for like 45 minutes. You got anything else you want to tell the people before we out of here, man?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like, we got some other transfers that that went on besides.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Chelsea ones. We got Hakimi, who I think Hakimi is nice, man.
Hakimi to Inter Milan. I was thinking the whole time he's going back to Real Madrid to challenge Carvajal for the spot,
which he totally could have.
But supposedly his people told Real, we're not coming to play backup. So unless you tell us I have the starting spot, I'm going to Serie A.
It's a great place for him because he will be very successful under Conte.
He is nice, son.
He's nice. And then look at all the players that Conte made. Like Conte, I mean, Conte got out of, he got Sandro, Victor Moses was amazing that season under him. Like, that, enough said, bro.
If he could make Victor Moses look nice, right? Imagine what he gonna do with Hakimi. But it's also wild that Dortmund didn't keep him. But that's out of Dortmund's price range, bro. Dortmund are a big club, but that's not their model. They buy guys for $10-20 million, and then they sell them for 50-60 later. So that $50 million price tag, they was like, no. And another thing, no buyback clause.
That's big.
Real Madrid didn't put a buyback clause. Or Milan was like, we only giving you 50 if you can't buy this nigga back in a year or two.
Yeah, could be. I wonder why Dortmund didn't go for him, because I think he's fairly young. I think he's like 23, 24.
Nah, I don't even think he's that. I think he's 21, 22.
That's crazy that you wouldn't buy him because his value is only going to increase. That guy
that's what I'm saying.
It's really good for Dortmund.
When was the last time you saw Dortmund spend $50 million on one player?
No, not really often. Yeah, they don't do that.
They don't do that. Granted, he's one of their best players this year, bombing forward and shit. But that's a lot of money. They don't do that. They buy kids cheap and then they sell them off. That's how they survive.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, but it's a good model. They do well. They do.
Also another, speaking of Barca, Maryland. Matter of fact, this is another reason why people are pissed off at Barca.
Exactly.
Maryland Pjanic goes in a swap deal for what's the Brazilian kid's name?
Arthur,
yeah. Arthur's nice. He's 23 years old. Like, what are you doing getting Pjanic?
30. He's 30.
And he cost $60 million too, right? Like, they swapped Arthur and they gave him
I think it might have been the other way around. I think
Barca was the other way around.
The other way around. Okay. But still, bro, like, that's stupid. You gave them a player. Like, maybe Pjanic is better than Arthur, but how much better really is he than Arthur? Not really much, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe he needs to change scenery. He was nice. He was nice at Roma, but
He
Also a lot younger.
He played somewhere else too. He played in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Arthur. No, I was talking about Pjanic was nice at Roma.
Oh, Pjanic. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was years ago. He was also a lot. He was also Arthur's age around then too. So like, I can't believe that's exactly what you were saying. Like, I can't. This is exactly what we were talking about with Barca.
This is why people are pissed. And supposedly teammates was like, "Yo, what are you doing? We don't really need this nigga." Like, I mean,
you give away a young, promising Brazilian for that guy. That's
who's
crazy.
probably on less wages too, because Pjanic is gonna want the bag to play at Barca.
Yeah. Plus, he's this Arthur's Brazilian dude. This guy's lifelong dream to play for Barcelona. Like, this guy's like will never leave you, and he'll take a pay cut probably if you ask him to.
I'll tell you what, that's a good move going back though.
Oh, for Juve, it's great.
And Juve, that's a good move. They get another 23-year-old midfielder in there.
I know Juve just with that one move, they got someone off their books and they got a younger player in all in one swoop.
Bang, put him in there, let him. He's playing.
And that was a knock on Juve that they were too old. And
also,
we're getting younger now.
Another big deal that supposedly went through, I guess, Leroy Sané to Bayern. Also, $50 million.
It's huge. How much was it again?
50. I'm pretty sure.
Great. He essentially, like, I think he was only ever going to Bayern, though. So I think that also kind of fucked his price tag a little bit because it was everyone knew at least he was going to Bayern. That's the only place he wanted to go.
I mean, most German kids growing up want to play for Bayern. That's just.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it,
And also, he was probably tired of coming off the fucking bench in City. He's like, listen, I'm one of the best players in the world. If you ain't gonna play me, I'm out. My question is, does he walk right into that Bayern Munich team?
Yeah.
So whose place does he take?
Who plays on the left for Bayern?
It used to be Coutinho. Perisic. So yeah, boom, yeah. He slide right in on that left.
It's a no-brainer, bro.
Yeah, he slide right in. And for $50 million
right now,
which is crazy. What else happened? Matter of fact, supposedly to replace Sané, Man City are checking out Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. That would be a nice little scoop up for City, but. Yeah. If I was Villa, I'm charging them motherfuckers an arm and a leg. I'm charging them the house plus interest. I'm like, yo, I want your house, your mother house, the house your mother grew up in, and your firstborn's house.
They might not have a choice though. They might not have a choice because Villa, if they sell Grealish, it's because they're going down, and if they're going down, they're gonna need that money. And maybe Grealish is like, I don't want to go down again.
Exactly. Yeah, he's like,
I'm not going that once. I got you up to promotion. I'm here again. We're here again. Like, so I think this is it. They better stay up or they're losing Grealish regardless. And then at that point, I don't think they have much of a choice for his price tag.
Yeah. Who else we got? Oh, speaking of people that everybody was saying, Jadon Sancho. Supposedly everybody saying he's going to Man United, but Man U said, yo, we only giving y'all 50. That's the going rate this offseason. Timo Werner, 50. Leroy Sané, 50. Jadon Sancho, we only giving y'all 50, nothing more.
Now I would if I were Dortmund, I'd just hold on to him then. There's no point in getting 50 million for him at all. Or 60 or whatever the fuck they offer him. There's no point. This guy he's $100 million.
Yeah.
He's right up. If he's not $100 million player, he's like an 80.
From the old prices, from the price that Coutinho was $120 something million. Yeah, he's definitely that.
Yep, he's 21, young, and he's British, so they always call British players always cost more, especially going back to England for whatever reason. He's a $100 million player. He
has like 15 and 15 in the Bundesliga this year. Yeah. 15 goals, 15 assists.
Dortmund, it makes no sense. Dortmund can get what they got for Dembele for him. So,
but what if the player's like, I want to go back home?
well, then they might not have much of a choice.
Because you know in football there's always, extenuating circumstances, right? There's all of these shadowy figures and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's making deals not go through.
Yeah, but Dortmund probably could say to him, like, listen, we'll get really fucked on your price this year. Maybe Dortmund will work out like a bigger contract for him.
Well, supposedly he turned down a increased contract. That's what I'm saying.
It was not for like so many years, but they could add it for like 6 months. Or
I believe he was currently making like $5 or $5.5 million per season, right? And the contract that they offered him was making him around a $9 million player. So he turned down about $3.5 million.
As he should
per year.
Werner's getting that at Chelsea. So if he went to like United or wherever, he would get paid that. He would be making like 11.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think that Dortmund pulls the trigger and get rid of him, or you think they're gonna hold on to him?
I mean, I don't know.
Because look, we know what you would do. We know what I would do, but what is Dortmund gonna do?
But his contract isn't. What's his contract? How many years does he have left on his current contract?
I don't know. I'm too high to look it up. We about to end the podcast anyway, so we're gonna let the fans
figure it out.
We're gonna let
us know.
Let
us know how much Sancho should go for, and if Dortmund should sell him or keep him.
Yeah.
And what would you do with Dortmund?
But anyway, that's pretty much it. We out of here. We about at the 1 hour mark, which is perfect for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I feel great. It's good to talk to you again, brother. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come out to Chicago soon. Gotta come out to Chicago. I'm gonna ask you again. Did you mail my jersey? No.
I did not.
No. How long have you had my jersey? Tell the people. So last year when me and Bijan went to the U.S. versus Mexico, the Gold Cup game in Chicago, right? I ordered a jersey online, and I ordered it late. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to have it shipped to his house because I was going to be in Chicago for the weekend. So I said, fuck it, just ship it there early, whatever. It ended up being late. The package arrived on the day that I left. So I said, you know what? Mail me the jersey. This was last July, so it's been a
it was almost the beginning of the year.
You have my fucking jersey held hostage, and I want it.
Oh, man. I gotta send it to you.
Okay, I got the tight ass Croatia shit because you know what I mean. You stole my other shit.
Nice jersey though.
Yeah, this Croatia joint is fire. You crazy? All right, which player is it though?
This Modric, right?
Yeah, Luka Modric.
That's probably the 10 there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You say it right. Shout out to my guy. But yeah, man, anyway, once again, Bijan, thank you for them saying coming through. Spending a little time with us, man. What happened to your Twitter? You don't got Twitter no more?
Yeah, I do. I think I forgot my password, bro. Like all of that shit.
Mind you, look, full disclosure, pre-production, it took him 20 minutes to be able to sign on to Skype. Actually, I think he had to make a new password right now for Skype.
I made a new Skype.
So you see, this is typical stoner behavior and shit. Anyway, when he finds his password to Twitter, I'll link it and all that, and I mean, so that y'all could follow and hit him up. So, man, until next week. Once again, thank you for coming through. Fuck Liverpool. Whatever.
Oh, walk on.
And we out, yo.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
I tweak on mix this one. It sounds cold.
Them man there for the zeros. Them man there for the win, but we got it last minute, man. I feel like a Guerrero. Long time I've been dishing out CVs, but down that's
Hey, yo, light up.
Yo, double up, man, I'm tryna add zeros. Them man there for the win, but we got it last minute, man, I feel like a Guerrero. Long time I've been dishing out CVs, but down I speak to a boss. And my young bro linking these girls, now he pissed, he got makeup on his Fendi top. I'm on route to a mill like Heskey. In my city, man, we coming for the Sterling, I'm speeding like Sonic, so we might get tech. And this ain't no Bentley. She pull her top up like Marcelli. She said she wanna go to the finals. Could she even hold the semi? Let me talk for a minute. Trying to hit a belly with a squad. More time, that's the reason I was missing. Different, you can see the drip when we stepped that splash. Once I thought that I man went fishing. And the Gucci came straight from the Naples, Italy. Big bro looking insane. Looking insane. T just turned 23, now he trying to get a watch just to match with the chain. I couldn't wait to the end of the month, man, I had to be up, so I switched up the break. Cause I'm really trying to blow this cake like a birthday, it's coming like March the 8th. And I just said I were with bro, man, he said soon home's gonna be okay. Like we'll be back this summer. Pray to the Lord for the come up, man, you see I got my hands on a ball Maradona. And this thing try to dig me for the peas, I tell her I'm broke, I need more like Salah. If this thing try to dig me for the peas, I tell her I'm broke, I need more like Salah. Yo, double up, man, I'm tryna add zeros. Them man there for the other win, but we got it last minute, man, I feel like Aguero. Long time I've been dishing out CVs, but time that I speak to a boss. And my young bro linking these girls, now he pissed, he got makeup on his Fendi top. I'm en route to a mill like Heskey. And my city might be coming for the Sterling, I'm speeding like Stanley, so we might get tech. And this ain't no Bentley, she pull her top up like my Sally. She said she wanna go to the finals, could she even hold the semi? Appalling. Big bro ain't the usual suspect, but when he steps in I know he's balling. And they don't wanna hear the times you were down, nah, they just wanna hear about motives. And these man must have thought they would sit like JB's done, man, you must be joking. Like JB's done, man, you must be joking. Like don't ever play yourself, like you're really tryna mess up your health. And the man ain't been back for a minute, they ain't backed in a minute like Fabian Delph. And the man ain't been back for a minute, they ain't backed in a minute like Fabian Delph. Double up, man, I'm tryna add zeros. Them man there for the zeros. Them man there for the win, but we got it last minute, man, I feel like Aguero. Long time